Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's your girl Root. Still messing up my screen, whatever. Hey Jimmy Jam, it's about you today. And you in the 12th house. I'm gonna read a little bit Jimmy Jam and then we'll get into tarot, okay? That's simple. Phone glasses. Okay, let's see. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, Gemini in the 12th house, the highest aspirations. When feeling comfortable, people born with Gemini in the 12th house can come up with many innovative ideas and be wittier than others as well as rational. On the other hand, they sometimes have their feelings impairing their judgments. So they need to learn more about tempering themselves. Your positives are wise, organized, and attentive, and negative, unpredictable, and gullible. Advice: look for a place that offers you warmth and security, not superficial fun. Celebrities like Kanye West, Cameron Diaz, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ben Affleck, and Julia Roberts has this placement. Okay. High aspirations. Born in this house, Geminis can't use their energy or on your birth chart. Okay. You have Gemini in this 12th house, or is it 12th house right here on the birth chart? www.astro.com. Fill out all the information and then it'll pull up your birth chart. Just study yourself. Plenty of videos. I have videos, plenty of people have videos on it to explain it. Can use their energy effectively when working in teams and express themselves best when on their own. This can have them feeling anxious, never appreciated. More than this, they seem to have issues with their family. When not appreciated enough for their intellectual abilities, it can be difficult for them to think objectively because they're most of the time acting on spot. What the natives born with Gemini in the 12th house are thinking is greatly influenced by what they see as impossible when it comes to survival or their surroundings. These individuals have the aspiration to serve others and to use their brains to make everyone happy. They're true givers, but they need to be inspired to function like this. Not to mention, they're bothered by those who aren't thinking for themselves. When natives with these placements are sacrificing their intellect for others, they're doing it with the hope that this will bring them the kind of love they're looking for. Their intuition is strong and they can perceive their surroundings better than others. The aspect of Gemini in the 12th house is known to influence how people are feeling from an intellectual point of view and doesn't allow for some impressions to be formed. Those who were born during it can easily assimilate new information unconsciously. Individuals born in this house, Gemini, are struggling to rarely show what they're feeling. They're keeping secrets and hide everything about what they're thinking into their soul, which can be very adventurous for them. Hmm. All this means they can make their dreams come true without having to give up anything coming from their pleasant surroundings. More than this, those who envy them can never interfere with their plans. Being so secretive can also negatively influence them because their personalities can be discovered. They don't like being part of discussions and can't communicate very effectively, meaning they can't make a real connection with their surroundings. For these reasons, they can come up with many philosophical, philosophical and strange ideas when alone. It's all about the cosmos and principles of the universe, as well as about how people are feeling fulfilled, expressing true feelings. When Gemini is in this house, people with this placement can are masters of the universe and true mental creatures. As well as before, individuals act selfishly. His and her mind is stimulated by universal concepts, not to mention he or she is a very spiritual creature who's at the same time connected with the material realm. These people want to pursue an organized amal- amalgam of ideas, so it can be difficult for them to deal with the many spiritual concepts of the 12th house, because this house is also the setting for karma. The sign placed here is about what karma debts people have. So Gemini in the 12th house have this type of debt in the field of communication, how their mind is working and how humanity is developing, as well as the field of understanding what life is meant for or how evolution takes place. Okay. The Gemini sign is not about profoundness when it comes to the knowledge. When on the cusp in this house, natives with this placement can finally express their true feelings. Pisces, which is the ruler here, has the nature to compete, complete, and to begin again. Geminis are the ones who all the time begin and have difficulties completing. People born in this house, Gemini, can lie to themselves that they're intelligent and good with words until they're waking up from this dream they're having. They learn that they need to play with their instincts when it comes to their environment so they can act more based on emotions and less on logic assumptions. Therefore, they can be slaves to their intellect and to think too much, sometimes to the point of becoming manipulated just for the sake of it. They should realize everyone knows how to think and has options worthy of being taken into consideration. If not egotistical, they can be the ones who are speaking for those who can't because they can communicate with the abuse and the people who are confused or unable to help themselves. These natives can understand everyone is both a master and a learner, meaning they have everything they need to help others. Knowing everything about their internal energy, they can study spirituality and matters of the metaphysical. More than this, they can employ their talent with the arts to help others, making solitary people more imaginative. This means natives with this placement can change their thoughts when surrounded by people. They've likely had a difficult childhood that presently affecting their existence in the sense that they are not getting along well with their loved ones. Sometimes they can reveal their secret thoughts and strategies, but when it comes to taking action, they're doing it impulsively. Interesting. Sudden and instinctual changes. It should be mentioned individuals born with Gemini 12th house are compassionate with those who are sick or in a bad situation. They're given to others and can console those who are troubled, not to mention how much they're willing to spend to help. All these things are making them feel great gratified and more in harmony with their surroundings. These people should be ready to have their ideas stolen because they can say many interesting things without giving references or looking to implement their ideas. However, this shouldn't trouble them that much, even if they have secret opponents who are working to impede them for getting things done because they're very intellectual. They need to take extra care when communicating. It's not easy to deal with them because the sign of Pisces is the ruler here, so emotions are dominating, leaving rational thinking behind. More than this, natives with Gemini here can have problems with their speech, and those who don't respect themselves enough can be too obsessed with gossiping. Hmm. At the same time, this placement is helping these its natives to be talented with foreign languages and at writing. People born in this house, Gemini, should Pisces house, Gemini, should spend some time analyzing what they're doing in life and what are their weaknesses or strong points. It's possible that during past lives, they had a great desire to express themselves and talk about what's in their minds. The connections formed by them with others are usually strange and they have healthy relationship with children. However, they may have a difficult time explaining what goes through their mind. Their personality is prone to change suddenly according to their mood. Not to mention, they can be depressed instead of emotionally happy. This is happening to them instinctively, not because their mind is telling them to be this way. Certain events in their life can open some extrasensory talents of theirs. In such situations, they should make an effort to develop these talents of theirs because it can be beneficial for them. The person born this Gemini in this house is very intuitive. When acquiring new information, he or she can use subconscious mind and make new insights appear. This is why natives with this placement should study psychology or choose it as a career. When understanding better human nature, they can be themselves and therefore more prosperous. Okay. Um, I was just thinking, I think having this placement, people can use you too. You know what I'm saying? They could prey on your weakness. And by y'all having the two sides, might make you go towards more of the dark side. So let me see. I have a dark side of the Gemini. Okay. Um, don't get the buns in or whatever. I'm just reading it, how people can use you and what will result of that if the negativity. Um, the legendary trait of the Gemini having two minds has a dark side. This version of Gemini is an evil genius with many mercurial gifts who hasn't known a Gemini that keeps them in stitches. Yet there are extremes when the ultra active Gemini mind is disturbed, going as far as paranormal, and psychopathic traits. Psychopathic traits describes a psychopath as a person with a psychopathic personality whose behavior is antisocial, often criminal, and who lacks a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience. This detachment from feelings is a gateway to evil doing. More garden variety psychopath traits can be stirred up if the Gemini is exposed to a callous, desensitized culture. See what I'm saying? Gemini's dark side can seem in vogue considering dominant themes in society, celebrity gossip, dirty tricks in business and politics, the superficial over the substantial, short term gratification over long term achievement. The wise Gemini learns from these traps and puts that brilliance to work for higher purpose. So you have to determine, you know what I'm saying? How is the system, the world, the people around you, how they're trying to use you. That's what I'm saying. My mama didn't like being a Gemini because she said she thought it was weak because people can easily influence her if she didn't know how to pull herself to be the best that she can be and didn't know herself. Gemini's evil twin polarity is dark side Sagittarius, similarly tricky and emotionally reckless, but does it with a smile. Mercury is Gemini's ruler, so messages and perceptual tricks are its medium. This air sign flies down life's highway with the mental top down, which means constant change. Gemini's plays with reality, sometimes hurting others, knowingly or not. Their minds can hold two opinions. Their minds can hold two opinions, seemingly contradictory at the same time. This trait is useful when considering the paradoxical nature of life. But when walking on the dark side, Geminis appear untrustworthy. Weaponized humor. Gemini's famous humor goes dark when it's weaponized against whoever crosses their path. It's the narky, cutting remark that's so funny you have to laugh. A dark side Gemini can poison the well of a workplace, cue our friends by talking behind someone else's back. The witty colleague or friend Gemini pulls others into the shadows in devious, subtle ways. Often it's a humorous comment about a coworker, a mutual friend, a crude nickname, or running commentary on a person's private life. Before you know it, you're engaging in wicked batter about that person. It gets back to that friend or coworker who's surprised you went go along. Who's surprised you didn't go along. That's when you know you've been infected by the dark side Gemini virus. Anyway, the wind blows. Anyway, the wind blows. Bright Gemini's sun has many interests, but an erratic flight pattern. It's said that energy goes where attention flows, and for the Gemini, there's always, I know that word, I cannot say it, OSCILATING, meaning superficiality to the flaky extremes, not showing up on time and brushing it off, or dropping a project and saying it's become tedious. What comes naturally to air sign Gemini, curiosity, is what sometimes takes them to the dark side. The mischievous Gemini plays with you out of curiosity, but moves on when another catches his or her eye. A dark side Gemini charms the pants off of you in the evening and shows short term memory loss the next day. When these Gemini traits of lightness are used in devilish ways, it's time to stand still and look at the shadow side. Okay? Okay, let's see. Trying to take out what I already read. So I'm going to confuse myself. Okay, let's see. Yeah, by you being the twin sign. Okay, let's see this one. Demon and past. Gemini on the 12th house cups. There is a profound angel and demon god and devil archetype here. These natives can unconsciously play out two sides and flop between them without knowing. One side of them is pure like a newborn child, often seeking the thrill bouncing about life without a care, but this is done without notice, and oftentimes it can seem sorbic in nature, while other times the demon takes center stage and shows itself through darker thoughts and random blots of melancholy. They can often run in and out of depression. In some cases, the mind can turn on a completely superhuman level. They don't process things the same way others do, and due to Mercury, Gemini's ruler, having influence here rather than outside of this house, there is often a cosmic and spiritual flow to their thoughts. They often get spiritual intuition and can seemingly be guided into things. Someone from above constantly brings to light the idea of surrender to the unknown, and they can often feel at the mercy of something outside of them. The hallmark twin like nature of good and evil is also present in their sexual desires that often fly between playful and sweet sex and dark, almost tantric sexual experiences. They are inner nervous and can often get highly anxious in large groups. They often struggle with saying what's really on their mind out of being unable to put their deep thoughts into words. Wherever Mercury is situated will show where this is most prevalent, and the sign it's in will show that it's hardest for them to identify with. When alone, they are quick of wit and easily brainiacs. They are emotionally detached and can often struggle deep down with pinpointing what emotions belongs to what. So that's you gotta watch you be around them energies. Mercury in the 12th house cusp. The mental complexity of these natives is beyond words. They often live a past life gathering knowledge, a life where their ideas were often challenged and belittled. Their ideas were often built from the ground up and organized from continuous trial and error. And because of this, their brains have regained their immense storage, maintaining ability to absorb and redispense knowledge quicker and more detailed than most. They often they often lost their mental faculties in their previous life, and often this points to a wound of the head near their death in their last life that brought their mind to its highest state in their last moments. The mind in this life flies like electricity currents and can be hard to shut off. They are deeply feelings and often absorbs the feelings and emotions of others very easily, which can also overwhelm them due to an immense flux of energy. They have a hard time expressing what they mean and can be anxious in one on one's conversations. In some cases, the mother may have been rather frail at the time of the child's birth. This might also mean that the child was either completely silent when born or highly composed. Okay. Okay. Unconscious hidden affairs, dreams. The sign Pisces and planets Jupiter and Neptune are rulers in the 12th house. Astrologers often see it as houses that's potentially frightening to have in a birth chart due to past connections with dark spirits, karma, sorrow, and misery. However, not per se ominous or obscure. 12th house rules secrets, mysteries, dreams, and affairs. It represents our instincts, gut feelings, untold desires, fears, and fantasies. Plus, the 12th house stands for what hides deep within our souls, intuition, and unconscious. It encourages us to realize whether we are consciously present in our lives and confronting difficulties, or we let our unconscious life overtake and make us bury the problems. 12th house help us confronts us with karma, and it reminds us of all the things we did wrong. The goal is to uncover how we behave concerning the consequences of our decisions, whether we face them or sweep them under a rug, sorry. Also implies a sensual of feeling trapped, unable to move on or let go. So it represents hospitals, asylums, and jails. Indeed, it may sound dark, but the 12th house also conveys transformations. It reminds us that we need to confront the past or the inner demons to heal and let go of the weight. So anytime you want to change, change. Social butterflies, curious multitaskers, Gemini. These natives are curious, lively, and intelligent. They often have so many tasks and meetings in their schedule that they wish they could clone themselves. Gemini loves feeling busy and busting. It makes them feel alive and ready to take on the world. These natives have many interests, pursuits, and hobbies. They would like to learn everything about the world and meet as many foreigners as possible. These natives are multitaskers, playful, and friendly. They rarely stay in one place for too long. Instead, Gemini juggles their time between various locals, friends, and activities. They are prone to changing careers, hobbies, and social circles. Rarely any other sign compares to their extroversion level. Gemini is a social butterfly who loves meeting new people, cultures, and traditions. They're literally and open minded. These natives rarely get along well with traditional and conservative people who dislike changes and difficult opinions. Even though they disagree, Gemini would defend those who think differently and have opposing views. It is a sign that craves freedom, transformation, and exploration. These natives are witty, knowledgeable, and love reading. Thus, they typically love watching scientific movies and TV shows. Other than that, Gemini is a stellar communicator. They love chatting with different people and they can tickle every topic. These natives never spend their day in the same manner. They can switch between art classes and raves with ease. Okay. People born in the 12th house are sensitive, witty, and intelligent. They have a powerful aura and magnetism. Others usually perceive them as mysterious, intellectual, and observing. However, these natives are sensitive, which can often impair their judgment. When comfortable and composed, they can be rational and logical. But when these natives experience these intense emotions, sadness, or excitement, they let their hearts lead them. Generally, these individuals often struggle with self control. They allow their feelings to get the best of them with ease. These born with this placement prefer working on their own. These natives are not team players and often dread teamwork. These natives are introverts and dislike talking too much in front of others. They are usually close with one or two persons only. Hence, these natives feel uncomfortable with people they don't know. However, moreover, these individuals have a powerful intuition and can decide right away if they will connect with someone or not. It is why they might appear unwelcoming or arrogant. These natives don't want to waste their time interacting with someone who doesn't match their vibe or energy. Okay, okay, let's go to what else is there? Gemini in the 12th house or Sagittarius in the 6th house. With Gemini in the 12th house, 9 times out of 10, you have a Cancer ascendant. This ascendant gives you a caring nature and remarkable insight into how the people around you feel. The issue is your fear of not being able to communicate how you feel and what you think. So we've been there. At some point early in life, you might have been harshly shut down for the way you communicate, or brought up in an environment where you were ignored or even restricted from communicating how you felt. As a result, while in the outside world, you may hold back your thoughts and feelings. Okay, let's go to the Bible. Okay, so we got esoteric. Oh, esoteric. Esoteric meaning of Gemini. Gemini represents the energy connection within creation. It is described as the light of inner play, meaning that it is Gemini that reveals the basic duality of manifestation, the relationship of spirit and form. All souls as individual entities come into human incarnation as vital entities through Gemini. It governs the breath of life, the movement of spirit and form. In Gemini, the relationship between soul and body emerges in which the body or form serves the soul. Gemini is the custodian of conditioning energy and intermediary between soul and body, an expanded field of expression for the life and function of the soul is provided through Gemini. It opens the door for the personality to experience itself in all sorts of environments and life situations. Gemini reveals the true intent of the soul, the interplay and interconnectedness of spirit and matter. Okay. Gemini focuses attention on the many and multiples and the myriads, the potentials and possibilities. Gemini broadens the mind and expands our sense of connectiveness with life. The purpose of Gemini in terms of ordinary life is to produce an awareness of relationship that exists between all people, places, and things. In Gemini, we realize our interconnectedness with one another, Earth and her creators, and all sensual beings. The vast and multi potential of the mind and its ability to gather information and awareness is symbolized in Gemini. Though Gemini's ability to search and bend the necessary adjustments of contrast can be understood, Gemini symbolizes the movement between the different points of an idea, learning of the interplay that enables a fusion of opposites. The idea that love underlies the entire universe. Okay, universal love is expressed in Gemini. It accesses the intellectuals intelligence. It accesses the intelligence of the heart through higher love. Gemini is here to untie the head and the heart, creating a bridge between lower and higher mind. Mercury in Gemini teaches us to connect and communicate with higher selves and hear our spiritual calling. And the words given for this sign, the word of the self, indicates the object of the Gemini experience. I recognize my other self, and in the wine of that self, I grow and glow. Gemini controls the pulsation of life, which sustains all that is. This sign has a unique role to play in the spiritual awakening and evolution of planet Earth. It changes, mutates, and adjusts everything that is necessary for the evolution of consciousness, both in ordinary human life and in the collective life of humanity. Gemini awakens in humanity the sense of duality, which is the basic factor in the conflict between desire and spiritual will. The apparent superficial quality of Gemini believes its deepest mysteries, the mystery of life and the mystery of our divine purpose as a spiritual awakened humanity. Gemini leads to the development of skills which enable harmonious links between humans of seeing the internal order which exists with the chaos of human life and understanding the human drive for connection. It is a deep sign for humanity because its basic impulses are inspired by a pure sense of brotherhood, pure love, and a greater family of humanity. It is through Gemini that humanity fulfills its divine purpose, as customary for the earth and the elemental kingdoms. Gemini takes the threads of life and the threads of the universe and weaves them all together into one cohesive whole. Interesting. Gemini is a conditioning sign where exceedingly power subjective energies are generated. Phenomenal influences are in the form of effects. The air signs are signs of human relationship, and Gemini fulfills this requirement adorably. A mutable sign, Gemini produces change in time and space, and this affects all existence. Gemini represents the sanctimalizing, SCINTILLATING, white energy that permeates all space, known as humans as love. Technically, the energy of Gemini is behind all 12 signs as they are all seeking to establish relationships, and Gemini provides the lines of communication that make this possible. This gives Gemini an enduring capacity to love and can give access via this sign to the most sublime energies of the inner relationship. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Move that out the way. Okay. So I was going to Bible. Let me see. 3 magic gifts of Gemini: half human, half divine, 100% magic. Latin words twins is a sign blessed with a trio of magic powers. The wellspring of these mystical forces is the Enigma of the devil. A Gemini is a creative creature living in 2 worlds, or of 2 minds simultaneously. The paired personalities, sometimes thought to symbolize light and darkness, are always united and often at odds. The sign is associated with sorcery and magicians, with the casting of spells and the lifting of curses. The twins find logic and even faith in the workings of their two-way conversation with the universe, known as synchronicities, and are often adopt at divination in its myriad forms. Runs, tarot cards, biblicomancy, the art of finding meaning, messages in seemingly random book passages. The supernatural twin, the first magical power accorded to Gemini, is the concept of the timeless self, a second persona, not bound to the earth, who ventures out during astral travel and may also observe the physical body at the time of death. In twins and the double comparative mythologic author, teacher John Lash writes, at the deepest level, twins exemplify the theological proposition of our hybrid nature, half human, half divine. Castor was mortal, Plulex immortal. I would say about a guy I met years ago. He must have had Gemini in his chart. Supposedly be mental, but he hated to go to hospitals because um, he could see when people pass on in the hospital, and he would see them lined up at the bottom. He could see the whole thing from them leaving their bed when they die onto going down and standing in a line. He used to see all of that stuff. He used to tell me about all of that. Gemini meets a divine being with a mortal one. There's a sense of having a different self that exists apart from the one who recognized in the mirror. The astral twin travels outside the physical body in dreams, or as a doppelganger who is you, but at the same time is not you. Wow. Castor and Pollux have different temperaments, but manage to agree and join in many heroic exploits together. Lash wrote, this contrasts to the majority of mythical twin sets where conflict and completion are predominant. Prominent. Twins are a tight but troubled alliance. The first magic is that of travel back and forth from one level of perception to another. It is the double alliance in which the exclusive eternal knower within reveals mystical knowledge to the awakening twin, knowledge not formed by observation with the human eye. The divine trickster. Gemini's second magic gift is the ability to diffuse and escalate potentially exposed situations. When Shakespeare said many a true word had been spoken in jest, he might have been talking about Gemini, with their uncanny knack of revealing facts via humor rather than confrontation. The twins are often able to turn dangerous scenarios around and show combatants how to think outside the box of their conflicts to find a mutual satisfactory resolution. Ruled by Mercury, the cosmic translator that reveals not only what you know, but how you know it, known by the Greeks as the messenger god, Hermes. Okay. It comes as little surprise that those born under the sign of Gemini are not only adept in juggling words and concepts, but are well able to use this power to their advantage. Okay. In the mythology of Hermes, was asked if he ever tried cocaine. His honest response was yes, but I sneeze. Okay. So President Bill Clinton, who another Gemini, who admitted he smoked weed but didn't inhale. Okay. So Geminis are gifted with a magical form of understanding that transcends the mortal plane. This ability to see and translate images from any outer worldly mirror can be developed as an art that is often in service to a higher calling. Matrix Buster. The logic of mutable Gemini tends to take a spiral rather than a linear course in complex situations. They're able to circle back to re examine information they picked up to figure out where that piece fits in rather than moving straight ahead. Gemini also has the ability to stand outside a sense of buffering situation or matrix and observe without judgment. Really. When conflict arises, when new information challenges the status quo, or when contradictory statements fly, they remain impartial until the truth is revealed and discord is reconciled. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let's see where I got the Bible at. I put that there. Okay, Bible. Genesis 1:14. And God said, let there be lights in the expansive of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. Revelation 19:20. The beast was captured, and with the false prophet, who in his presence had done the signs by which he deceived those who had received the mark of the beast and those who worship its image. These two were thrown alive into the lake of fire that burns with sulfur. Micah, Micah 5 verse chapter 5 verse 2. But you, O Bethlehem, Ephrathah, who are too little to be among the clans of Judea, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from the old, from ancient days. Isaiah 50 verse 6. I gave my back to those who strike, and my cheeks to those who pull out the beard. I hid not my face from disgrace and splitting. Isaiah 40:26. Lift up your eyes on high and see who created these. He who brings out their hosts by number, calling them all by name, by the greatness of his might, and because he is strong in power, not one is missing. Trying to see. Daniel 9:25. Know therefore and understand that from the going out of the word, so he's the word, Gemini is the word, to restore and build Jerusalem to the coming of an anointed one, a prince, there shall be 7 weeks. Then for 62 weeks it shall be built again with squares and moats, M-O-A-T, but in a troubled time. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. John 14:6. Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Okay. Luke 21:25-27. And there will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and on the earth distress of nations and perplexity because of the roaring of the sea and the waves, people fainting with fear and with foreboding of what is coming on the world. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken, and then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. I think that's what Kanye be doing. Okay. I know it's a lot, y'all. Sorry. It was fascinating to me to read Gemini. It says, Gemini, you regret things you said, sharing others' secrets, or feeling as if you'll never be understood, no matter how much explaining you do, especially by those closest to you. Ouch. Slow down, count to 10, breathe, and then speak. Trust that the right people get you. This isn't very easy because of its Pisces can nature and everything it has to do with emotion as an entity entirely apart from rational thought. Speech can be impaired, while those with lower self-esteem easily turn to gossip and matters that aren't theirs to discuss to begin with. This is also a position that could give a wonderful talent for language, words, or writing. It is a shame to use it's a shame to use it on other people and spend too much time thinking of their business abilities and weaknesses. Those born with the 12th house in Gemini must have ended their past life with a vast desire to speak their mind, share their inner truth, and express their personality in some way. Ties that get creative here will manifest through strange friendships and their relationship with children, but most of the time they will manifest through difficulties in their mind they cannot fully explain. Okay. Okay, let me hurry up. Okay, read out the phone. Gemini twins. Gemini is the image of two figures, one holding a club and the other holding a harp in one hand and a bow and arrow in the other. This matches the connection between Jesus and the church. A true marriage or connection should bring a couple closer to God and make them even more loving and religious. Gemini is about going places and also rules communication and astrology. Gemini is about, okay. Bible verses, Acts 28:11. After 3 months, we put out to sea in a ship that had wintered in the island. It was an Alexandrian ship with the figurehead of a twin gods, Castro and Pollux. Ephesians 5:31-32. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. Okay. Magical gifts. Okay, I read that. Okay. Trying to make sure I'm reading. Superficiality, fickleness, gossiping, and inconsistency are the self undoing, and scattered mind is a self undoing. A person who fears gossip, a secret personality disorder, secretly loves games and playing with words, where the dark from twin hangs out, feeling a kinship with a ghost, mental asylums, and inwardly scattered and frayed, secretly a thief, and inconsistent effort toward releasing past karma, and inability to engage freely of sorrow and loss at a deep emotional level, skimming the surface of subconscious habits and behavior patterns, a person who brings brightness and liveliness to interactions with inmates, the sick, and the mentally disturbed, an inwardly clever and adaptable person, in and out of mental institutions, not liking to be alone, a FIDGETY, and restless sleeper, restless dreams, deep inner restlessness, fear of engaging your curiosity, a fear of people who are clever and bright, dreaming of clever and intelligent ideas, dreaming of clever innovations, secretly wanting to be trendy and clever, dreaming about playing the guitar, secretly wishing you had a manual dexterity, secretly wishing you could juggle. Okay. Let's just read off. Okay. I think I'm okay. Um, I wrote this, found this just for fun. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the tarot. Uh, I found this. What is it? Mardi Gras. I was thinking about that with Mardi Gras, right? Let me see that. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I didn't write it down. Dang. Let me see. Let me cover it up. Gemini and the Mardi Gras. So I know the Mardi Gras coming up. I thought it was interesting. Welcome to the KREWE of Gemini. It's the first. Dang, where it go? Okay. And it was saying that Zulu is impulse travel into the Rex parade. Isn't a challenge. It's heaven on earth for the twins of the zodiac. Then it says Zulu means a member of a South African people traditionally living mainly in Zula, that word I just said. Oh yeah. KWA Zulu natal province. They perform a powerful military empire in southern Africa during the 19th century before being defeated in a series of engagements with Afrikaner and British settlers, members of a race of black people who live in southern Africa, uncountable language spoken, Zulu time. So they was talking about time with you, Gemini, used in the military and in the navigation, generally as a term for universal coordination time, UCT, or universal time coordinated UTC, or coordinated universal time, and formerly called Greenwich, meaning time. I thought that was interesting. While Greenwich is the site of the zero, GMT, zero time, and simply Z minus time. Rex, reigning king, used following a name or in the titles of lawsuit, animal, rabbit, or cat. A genetic recessive variation in which the guard hairs are very short. King of Carnival, Mardi Gras, New York, New Orleans, Zulu Social Aid and Pleasure Club was formed, and the first king was crowned in 1910. All right, Gemini. I know that was a lot. Y'all always fascinating, right? Let's see what the tarot wants to say to you. It's always good to know more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a Gemini, probably won't. But I deal with Geminis, mama Geminis. I got Gemini in my chart, so interested to know yourself and see what people are using you or you using people, right? Let's see. We got Six of Pentacles reversed, okay? And then we got Nine of Pentacles reversed. Then we got Ten of Wands, Third Deacon Sag, Saturn, weighed down with problems, very heavy load. So this either somebody trying to block you or say you have to do X, Y, and Z, A through Z to get this Nine of Pentacles and to get paid. So something you have to fulfill. And they know it's in the mind state because you're the mind, you're the words, your air sign. So they're trying to tell you that you have to perform this before you get this. That's what I got out of that, Gemini. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Security, helping hand, Ace of Cups, water sign. So water sign might be good for you. Did talk about Cancer, right? I was talking about my friend with the Cancer. So water is what? Baptize, renewal, let's take a spiritual bath, maybe to get some of those energies off of you. I'm thinking that's what they're talking about, so you can feel more secure. Then we have Ace of Pentacles. They're trying to block your pentacles. Earth, money coming, divine wish being granted is reversed. So something that you have to do on your spiritual journey, of whoever this may be, I'm just reading it like it is. This could be like a grand performance, okay? And then Four of Pentacles, the future, third deacon Capricorn, sun, money improvements, more coming your way. See? then you will get to stand on top and have money and seem like you're holding on to it tightly. Third deacon Capricorn sun. So that's like, it's like the Saturn is saying you have to perform for me first before you can get peace of mind, before you can um, have a raise, a salary, or go to your next level. But this card is saying that you can get that off of you, or they're saying that you have to perform for them first. What is what is those things called in the water? Let me see. And then get a helping hand, security helping hand. So you need somebody who's going to open that door for you. But what does this mean? Lily pads. What is the symbolism of lily pads?
According to Petal Republic, named after the Greek nymph, the water lily is a symbol of beauty that can also have a dangerous side. It's also a symbol of unity and finding peace and balance.
Okay, so I'm looking at these lily pads down here, right? So frog, I'm gonna look at that in a minute. Named after the Greek nymph, the water lily is a symbol of beauty that can also have a dangerous side. It's also a symbol of unity and finding peace and balance. For Buddhism, it symbolizes rising up from the mundane world and into the spiritual one. Water lilies are also the official bird flower for July. It symbolizes simply bursting from with symbolism. We've highlighted four in depth below: femininity, love, purity, and grief. They're what makes this flower perfect for friendship, banquets full of happiness at weddings, and okay, that's the water lily. Happiness at weddings, and seldom and serious for funerals. Pink water lily. Okay. The water lily or lotus flower symbolizes symbolic of rebirth, but in addition to its religious meaning, the lotus is also a symbol of all that is true, good, and beautiful, representing good fortune, peace, and enlightenment. A lotus represents life in general. It's like a rebirth, right? Spiritual bath, a baptism, something you have to go through before you get exactly what you want from the universe or whoever you're dealing with. Or this could be at work. Maybe you have to do a certain task before you get to rise to another position. In the Bible, it means purity and innocence. Although it isn't derived directly from the Bible, it does have biblical connections. Lilies are often used to represent the Virgin Mary's purity, and Saint Joseph is frequently pictured holding lilies to represent his relationship with Jesus' mother. So remember, I don't know if y'all looked at the Aquarius reading. It was talking about Eminem representing Saint Joseph. That was Mary's father, right? Jesus' father. I'm sorry. Okay, and Israelites. So this is the Jewish Israel Israelites or whatever you want to call them. People who are in charge saying you have to do. So this either Virgin Mary, pure and innocence, some kind of way coming into signing an agreement or whatever, coming into what doing what they want you to do, right? Otherwise, they're gonna throw all these burdens at you. Oh, that's what I'm getting. Okay, then we got Four of Swords, third deacon, Libra, Jupiter. Sickness, bed, illness, needing to take time out. Rest and relaxation is needed. So you're not getting enough rest. Okay. Seeming like they won't let you rest until you do what they say. Now, this could be somebody in the industry. Okay. It could be, like I say, at work, people think they powerful to run you. Okay. And you probably up thinking a lot about this, right? The world, overseas trip, money, luck, world in the palm of your hand, new opportunities. Yeah. So they'll give you the world once you do what they want you to do. Yeah, there we go. Vatican, religious law. Um, Second deacon Capricorn, Mars, improvements underway, but delays around it. Renowned glory, place of worship, plans. Their plans that they want you to do. Now, pertain this to whatever in your life. But this is what I'm saying. Okay. Building. Whatever it is, they want you to transform into, then they'll offer you, give you more of this. Okay. Five of Wands, arguments, battles around you. Second deacon Leo, Saturn. So this is networking, getting together to whoever they're assigning to you. This might be a performance, getting everybody together, do a gig at work, uh, computers, martial arts, whatever pertaining to your life. Leo is like being in the limelight, and Saturn gonna make sure they shine, right? But you have to go through these things before you get in the limelight. The noise and everything of the crowd and the arguments. I guess bypassing that arguments or maybe causing arguments. Remember, I told you they can use this house. They can make you do things to make an uproar, right? Of people arguing and fussing and communicating. Now, Trump, to me, like I believe he's from the Bible, the Trump in the Bible. So he had to blow his horn and cause a lot of chaos. So this could be that too. Okay. We got Ten of Cups, third deacon, Pisces, Mars, happiness, good things, party, or celebration. Then you get your Ten of Cups. But the rainbow, like I said, it's the bridge. They talked about the bridge to you, the bridge of I forgot what they said about that. What does the rainbow represent? I did a whole video on that. I can't remember. A symbol of hope in many cultures. Okay. Rainbows are frequently represented in the Western art and culture as a sign of hope and promise of better times to come. So whatever you're doing is grand. They want you to get people attention, get them on board for better times to come. You got the Pisces house, third deacon. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to see something here. Okay, how does the rainbow form step by step? Sun rays strikes raindrop. Some of the sunlight is reflected. Rest of light gets refracted. White light splits into different colors. Light get reflected behind the raindrop. More reflection takes place. Color forms with more dis- desperation. No, dispersion. Okay, short term. The short answer. Light enters a water droplet, slowing down and bending as it goes from air to denser water. The light reflects off the inside of the droplet, separating into its component wavelengths or colors. When light exits the droplet, it makes a rainbow. So that's what that water, light enters the water droplet. So yeah, so this is like diversity. Everybody, this is a grand scale, something they want you to do. Yeah, there we go with the sun, um, the light, need the air and the light, the water, in order to make this happen. Fire, happiness, and bright prospects. Okay. Nine of Swords, tears of frustration, let it go of emotions. Second Deacon Gemini, Mars. So um, it's good to always get it out. Okay, cry about it. True enough. This could be pertaining to what you need to change to get your family back as well. Okay, transformation. If you divorced or whatever the deal is. Um, but this is, I don't know if they're showing you things at night, messing with you until you do what you do, until you perform the acts that they want you to do. Nine is another cycle. So whatever they want you to do, 10 will be the result. So you might not want to do this. What was I looking at that didn't want to do something? Somebody did not want to do something. Oh, I was looking at Mary J. Blige face, and with a different time, seemed like she didn't want to do some stuff. But anyway, got the Queen of Pentacles. So professional business demeaning, Sag, Capricorn dealing. So I don't know if this your spouse or you. Money gonna be hold up or getting your relationship back. Ten of Swords, death or end of a situation, relationship, opening chakras. Third, Gemini, Mercury, you again. So getting the knives out your back and healing. So you don't want to let it go either. Relationship. Eight of Swords, first deacon Gemini again. Frustrations, feeling bound and gagged. Maybe you feel like you can't get out of this. I was just talking about that Mary Brook. I seen on her face. She did not like whatever she was doing. And you don't like it, but you may be caught up in something that you can't get out. Maybe you signed a contract, or maybe you did some things that you want to take back. You want to get your relationship back with this Queen of Pentacles or whatever. Yeah, higher ups. Marriage, government, a public company, a cult, some type of ritual you need to perform or you want to do, but you owe the piper and they own you. Or you want to get your marriage back, whatever it may be. You want to offer visiting message to share. You offer them, but you haven't transformed. So you want to offer somebody, but you're not totally changing. You haven't been washed. You know what I'm saying? You haven't changed your ways. But you want that person to accept you the way you are. It's not going to fly with everybody. Aries, Taurus, self-knowledge, visitor message to share. So you also have a message that you need to present, or they bringing you a message. But you want to, then you got that horn. When that the trumpet. And it's also Gemini, right? You got Nine of Cups. Basically, good news, reverse. So this is the Pisces house, water. So it's reverse. Instead of good news, it's gonna be bad news that you're getting. It could be a ghost. It could be maybe something medically. Not getting the results that you want. Nobody's accepting your cup. My condolences if you lost a baby or anything, or your baby's sick. Or maybe you don't want any kids. I don't know. Or you're not getting back in living with your kids, whatever. Then we got Seven of Wands, third deacon Leo Mars. Frustration. You are able to overcome your frustrations. You're on top of the situation. Okay. And you're not. It's reversed. So you feel like you can't you feel like you can't win. It's not working in your favor because you have to do a total transformation, Scorpio. Okay. Okay, we got King of Cups, gentle, emotional, shy, Libra, Scorpio. Just talking about that. Okay. You trying to go the bad way, Scorpio, and sting to this nice, gentle person, or maybe you was gentle, but now you're not. So you want to play mind games. This is mind games too. Or maybe you trying to stop somebody else's abundance with mind games. Okay. You know, having your ego, because what we say we're in the Sun, Leo ego right now. Um, so yeah, you playing mind games with somebody, or they playing it with you. Queen of Swords, Virgo, Libra, action, thoughts, cold, hard, demanding authority. So this person is like, no, up that. Got spine and all of that. So that person knows exactly what's going on. Or this you, it's also an air card. So you know exactly what's going on. Or them, whatever way it works. Okay, then we got, remember talking about the wounded. Nine of Wands, undecided, need to take a step out of the situation, then you will see more clearly. Second deacon, Sag, Moon, your opposite, what means that you haven't healed. You haven't searched yourself. Just like we go back to the washing, the baptism, the rebirth, same thing. In order to get these things back, you have to change. And you refuse, you stand in your negative 12th house energy, and you're not getting what you want. Queen of Cups, Gemini, Cancer, Psyche. Soft, gentle, motherly. It's you again or someone you want. They're either putting you through loops where you can't get what you want, or you trying to put somebody else through loops to get what you want without changing. So being a fool, taking a chance. You want whoever to take a chance regardless of how you are, not changing, making them go through the same cycle with you over and over again. You depressed, feeling some type of way. Uranus, air, Aquarius energy or air energy. Taking too many chances, you unstable. You know what I'm saying? That person like, no, you about to explode. First deacon Scorpio, Mars. Money losses, Five of Cups. All is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. So you're not realizing what you did wrong. You're not looking at yourself. Okay, you're only looking at what's in front of you, what people did to you. See, this house will confuse you like that. You're not taking the blinders off and realize what's going on. You don't want to accept the cups. You don't want to accept that somebody telling you doing wrong, or you telling the person you're not right. You're not changing. How can you expect somebody to take you back? They're trying to give you advice, talk to you. The water sign again, right? So somebody's talking to you, but you don't want to hear them. You steady trying to be a page of wands, fired, travel overland, still trying to do the same thing over and over again, like you've been doing. But you need help. Okay. Pluto, fire, judgment. So judgment coming down on you. Decisions pending, finality on decision that can't be made under circumstances. So you rising up, but you still need medical help. You still need to cleanse yourself. Okay. Because the wheel of fortune is not turning. Okay. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna let you go, Jan. See what else it's saying. The trumpet, you. Yeah, being a snake, a trickster, feminine energy. Gotta change. Oh, shoot, stay man, you being a rat. Although, yeah, you might be a star, but could be a dirty one too. All right. Plenty of them. Man reverse. Not being an emperor that you should be, or empress, whatever one. You want your family back, you want security back, but you got to change. Or that person, whatever the deal is, or whatever trying to make you do that. Go on the path that you need to go on. You're not going on that path. Yeah, obstacles in your way. You got to defeat these obstacles. And the main thing is you. You have to work on self. Know your destiny, your path, what you need to do, what's in your way, the obstacles, good and bad, and see it. And then become the emperor or empress that you're supposed to be. Then maybe you might get something back or whatever the deal is. All right. All right, child. That's what I have for you. This your girl Ruth signing off. I hope it makes sense in some type of way. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay. Talk to y'all later.